The destruction of J-Town was cultural genocide. Eagle Laundry's gone, Whitmore Court's gone, Pee-wee's Conoco gas station is gone. The inability to show that to my children creates a sadness in me. I just wish I could have done something. Okay, my name is Paul Iwasaki. I'm a retired juvenile court judge. Prior to that, I was a Salt Lake City police officer. I was the first Asian police officer on that department. I grew up in Salt Lake City. I was born and raised in the heart of Salt Lake City, in the heart of J-Town, in the Whitmore Apartments. That's where I lived until approximately my 9th grade year. The area from 300 West to West Temple and all along First South there was my world. Everything I needed was there. It was idyllic. And for kids growing up, it was a place where they could go and feel accepted, feel like they belong, someplace that they can identify with. It was one of my chores to take a laundry bag full of my parents' work clothes to the Eagle Laundry to get cleaned. And I'd go in there, and the person always greeting me was Masako Imamura. And I could see her face as if she were standing in front of me today. And the same was with all those other people and all those other shopkeepers. They'd made an impact in my psyche. I remember each one of them now as they were then. You know, I really didn't have much experience outside of J-Town until I went to school. At some point in time, I realized, I'm not like these people. And I'd look in the mirror, and I'd say, what is it about me that makes me different than, my classmates? I don't know how old I was at that time, but there was a point in time where I do remember knowing I was different. Even if you live in a safe community like J-Town was for me, discrimination will find you wherever you are. I grew up during the civil rights movement, and I would watch the news, and I'd watch all the inhumanity that was being inflicted upon those freedom marchers, and it shook me to my core. Then when the March on Washington took place, I understood and knew what was happening.
This march will go down as one of
but I wasn't as acutely aware of what was happening on my own block. The idea of building a convention center was born out of this long shot effort that Utah was trying to make at getting the Winter Olympics. From there, where are we going to build it, I suppose? And how they ultimately decided on J-Town, it was the path of least resistance. You had a community there that was vulnerable because they were minorities, they were small, they were marginalized, that it was just an easy place to take over. For a lot of them, everything was lost. The Downtown Planning Association told the Japanese American community they wanted to help reestablish those being displaced and form a little Tokyo. But they didn't relocate, they didn't build their business up someplace else. And a new little Tokyo never came to be. That this grave social injustice was taking place, that these people were being taken over by the government. The destruction of J-Town was nothing more than cultural genocide. I feel guilty that I wasn't more aware of what damage and effect it was going to have on those people's lives. whenever I come across something that reminds me of J-Town, I reflect back on my time. If there's no legacy or no memory of any of that, it'd be as if that community and those people and what they did here never happened. What happened to our community was an extension of the Asian experience in America. The anti-Asian laws were passed way back, anti-miscegenation kinds of laws, and laws against Asians owning land, and then rounding up 110,000 Japanese American citizens and placing them in concentration camps. And then ultimately, the cultural genocide of tearing down J-Town so they could build their monument to themselves in the way of a convention center. Where I grew up and all those things are no longer there, and what I cherished and loved were taken away. I don't know that I'm at peace with all of what had occurred to J-Town. I don't know that I ever will. The only remnants of J-Town are the Japanese Church of Christ and Salt Lake Buddhist Temple. Nothing else remains. And for the past 60 years, these two buildings have been the heart of our community. This street, where I grew up, is the only place left where we can still gather. It's the only place left where we can still hold our Obon Festival, which we've been doing for over 80 years. Now the churches are caught in the crossfire of new development proposals. What that means to the two remaining vestiges of J-Town is up in the air. It's 1964 all over again. This is all we have left. And the end of the two churches would mark the end of Salt Lake's Japanese community. But I see a new generation of Japanese Americans. My hope is that they will have the drive and the commitment to rebuilding J-Town. I see them organizing, mobilizing, doing more than I certainly ever did. It gives me hope that my experiences and memories will contribute to a brighter, better future for Japantown. Is there value in a memory? Is there value in a single voice? I don't know. But I like to believe there is. The J-Town I grew up in is gone, and it'll never be the same. But we are still here, and we are still dancing.
星を数えて思い出す夏の日一人ぼっちの夜幸せは雲の上に幸せは空 恋